Taking a look at the Australian US dollar now, checking the monthly real quick. So here kind of on a downtrend, but here holding these levels. A little bit of a bigger area here in this kind of spot. Here kind of a double top at the resistance area here. Let's check the CCI here. Well, pretty much downtrend and double top. Checking the weekly, so here basically this double top with this divergence here. And then we pulled lower. Here we could see a trend line being formed. Taking a look at the daily, so here's the trend line here. We pulled below this support line, and now we are kind of retesting it a bit, pulled back and broke this support line, but now trading again below it. So quickly taking a look at the forward chart. So here was the initial divergence and the rally all the way up from there. Here we saw this trend along this trend line here, and now we broke out of it, and now we are trading here between here and there, and at the moment this is what it looks like. So once we break this trend line, we will go to this support line, and then we could rally back and forth here, or go down, or we could here bounce off this trend line and go to this kind of resistance line again, more or less. But here we had this double top and this divergence on the forward chart, and here this could be so if you break this trend line here at the trend line to the upside, then we will head along this trend line and see something like this on the forward chart. Taking a look at the 1 hour chart here again, so the CCI here is pretty low, and it looks like we are now pulling a bit lower. So we are kind of in the middle between this support here area and this resistance zone here. At the same time, if we draw this triangle here with this uptrend and downtrend, here somewhere around we should see a bigger move, either to the downside or the upside. As for me, I shorted the market I think around here, and now my target would be here, this line. So if we can break here and so retest, here would be another possibility to add to your shorting positions. On the other hand, if we use this here as a trend to the upside and suddenly break out of here and go higher, then for shorter term you could buy here at this trend line, or maybe the breakout here and the retest at this trend line or the support line. But since I'm not really scalping this market at the moment, I would either look here then for a short again, or look here for another short. So this is the option for the Australian dollar. Since the movement seems to be bearish, so this is what I would look out for. Maybe here something like this. So these are the options for the Australian dollar. Here, well, pretty much going likely we will head here lower and then see some kind of breakout once we hit this triangle here. 5-minute chart, so we are breaking slightly below this trend line here, broke this structure. Now CCI here is pretty low, so we could retest here again and then continue to pull lower. If we take a look at the minute chart, so yeah, here we had this uptrend, high lows, lows, here consolidation pattern, and now here we are turning around, double top here, here slight divergence, lower high. So here's the first move, and here it looks like we could turn around here on the 1 minute chart. So if we see here this kind of move somewhere around here, this is where I would be scalping this market to the downside to around here. So this is what the trade would look like, somewhere around here, all the way to here. So this is the forecast for the Australian USD. Now taking a look at the New Zealand USD. Let's check the monthly, the weekly again. Here, next goal, looks like we will head lower here on the monthly at least, so this will be the next target. Taking a look at the weekly, so this will be the movement that we will probably see. Well, I don't know if we'll reach or target this resistance line here once again, but we will go lower here. For now it looks like we'll break this zone that we are at right now. I'm checking the daily, so here broke this structure. Now somewhere around here is another support area where we are at right now, but it looks like we will break this, then maybe see a pattern, something like here where we go back and forth, but eventually go lower. Check the forward chart. So here basically this kind of downtrend started here, and we are actually still on this trend around here. 1, 2, here's the second retest, and so here is, we could still try once again to rally to this resistance line, but initially we will here head lower. Taking a look at the 1 hour chart, we're getting rejected all the time here at this resistance zone. Here had this divergence, and it was the first touch on the 4 hour chart on this trend line here, and then we head all the way to the downside. So for now the movement looks bearish, but since this kind of trade at the support and resistance line here is a little bit too late to take now. I would either wait here for a break at this support line and then be a seller to the next support line here. So I would here wait for a breakout